Hey everybody, it's Chuck, homemadeidea.com. Alright, here's my situation. I'm out here working on this Mercury Mountaineer 97 model, and I've got to change that steering arm you see way down there. Let's see, right there, you can see the end of it, right to the end of my finger. Also got a major exhaust leak. This thing's for sale, and I want to get all this stuff straight before I turn it loose. Anyway, my situation here, and the reason for the video. Power steering pump right there, full of fluid. I gotta take it off. Down there at the bottom, right there, those hoses, that hose right there, has to come off. And when I pull it, it is full of fluid. I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, you can see the reflection right there. Anyway, if I pull that hose, it's gonna be a mess. So what do I do? Pondering. Tell you what, I got a good idea. Let's go over here to my trailer and get set up, and I'll show you what's up. Come on. Alright, here's what we got. Peanut butter jar. Look, people. Simple plastic jar, but you wouldn't have any idea how many uses you can come up with a simple little jar. Put nuts and bolts in it. Ladies, you can put your little craft buttons or whatever you want into it. I put nuts and bolts to keep them separate. Quarter 20s, 3/16s, whatever, all the different size bolts and nuts I have. But you know what? I'm going a little bit different this time. Okay, got the peanut butter jar, and I have some tubing. Little quarters tubing, just like you would buy for your fish aquarium. This right here actually came off my powder coat gun. I'm going to end up needing some more airline for my powder coat gun if I keep robbing it. So I don't know if you guys have ever seen a brake bleeder before. If not, well, basically what it does, it pulls a vacuum on the wheel cylinders or calipers, and it sucks the fluid through the system and pulls all the air out of it. Well, I am about to do a vac system for that power steering pump. But not only that, it's going to work for other things too. If I want to pull fluid out of a master cylinder before I take it off to change it, I can do that. So, y'all want to see what's up? I'm going to set the camera up on the tripod, and I'm going to go step by step and show you how I'm going to do it. Alright, see there? There's the lid. Here I have a drill bit, and what I did was, here's the tubing, kind of compared the diameter of the drill bit to the tubing. It is just a shade smaller than tubing, which means when I drill holes here and this, it's going to be kind of a tight squeeze fit. And if it works like I think it should, when I push it through, it's going to be a nice tight fit. And I'm going to take some hot melt glue. I know, I just love that stuff. I'm going to take some hot glue, and I'm going to glue it to seal it so I don't get any air leaks. Okay? Let me put this thing in my drill real quick. You want to space them kind of wide apart, because honestly, think about that. Think about something. If you don't space them wide apart, and you got the tubes too close together, and you was to well, you'll see whenever I do it. You're going to take one end, stick it in your mouth, and pull a vacuum, suck on it, and it's going to pull the fluid out of the reservoir and into the jar. But if you got the two tubes too close together, just the thoughts of trying to suck in power steering fluid and drinking that just sounds right nasty to me. Anyway, let's drill some holes. Okay, I'm going to... Alright everybody, look at here. I drilled the holes. What I had to do, I had to take the little utility knife here, the blade, clean up the holes a little bit, and then I was able to pull the tubing through the lid. See there? Now, I'm going to take some of this hot glue right here, and I'm going to just kind of go around the inside of this right here. Honestly, I doubt that needs it, because those tubes are a good snug fit. I had to work them through pretty tight. But hey, what the heck. I'm going to put a little bit on there real quick. Look here, I'm going to put a little bit in there. My main reason for using this hot glue like this, I mean, for most of the lightweight duty stuff, it does a great job. But the main advantage to it, it sets up so quick. I'm not a patient person. So to wait for glue to set up, to seal, that's just not on my to-do list. It really isn't. So this stuff sets up quick, makes life easy. So I'm gonna let this right here cure out, set up real quick. Then we're gonna go over and see how this thing works. Be right back. All right, well, the glue's pretty well set up, and I put a little bit on top right there. So now we put this together. If any of you guys see a brake bleeder, I don't know if you know where it's going, where we're heading with this now. See this line right here? This is a short one. This is gonna go down inside the power steering reservoir, and this really long hose right here. That's what I'm gonna stick in my mouth and try to suck all the fluid out of it. The really long hose is going to do a couple things for me. Actually, it's going to allow me to put the container in some weird obscure place and allow me to be out of the way if I need to be. Two, if I'm dumb enough to not be watching what I'm doing and I start sucking fluid up in it, well, at least it gives me time not to taste it. And if I don't watch what I'm doing and I pull through all that tubing and taste it anyway, well, I guess I deserve it. So let's head over to the Mountaineer and try this thing out, see if it works. Come on. Alright, I've already got this thing staged up for you. See, I got the short hose here. It made very well all the way to the bottom of the reservoir right there. So now I've got the hose here, and it's just if it's I had a kink right there. Don't want you to know it bends in the hose. It makes it hard to pull the fluid through. Rotate it around a little bit. See there? Alright, ready to try this thing? See if it works. Obviously it does, but I can tell you one thing for sure, I've definitely got an air leak somewhere. Because I'm pulling on it, I'm sucking a lot of air through it. Normally if you got no air leaks at all, whoops, I done dropped it. Now this is going to be a constant fluid pull, but nonetheless, it still works pretty good. Look at that. I keep pulling all that fluid out, I won't have no mess when I take that hose off. Watch, let's try it again. Uh-oh, done pulled the holes out of the fluid down here. Here we go, try again. By the way, you can't kind of sort of taste the smell. I guess if it makes any sense, you kind of taste it a little bit. That's nasty. Now honestly, the best way to do this, and I have one in the shop, is a brake bleeder. A brake bleeder is a thing you can pump it up with your hand, and it pulls a hard vacuum, up to 30 inches or whatever its particular designation is. And it'll do that. It'll do this for you. It'll pull all that fluid out, and you ain't got to suck it up. Be sucking on the tube trying to pull stuff out. But my point behind this is that hey, simple stuff, no fancy tools. This tubing right here. Go to Walmart, Kmart, whatever department store you have close to you. Go to the pet shop where they got fish. This is just like fish aquarium tubing. That's all it boils down to. Right there, I'm using a peanut butter jar, but you can use any jar with a plastic lid on top of it or a metal lid if you want to feel froggy doing that. But see, look, simple, effective tool, saving a lot of headache, saving a huge mess. So, anyway, I'm going to pull the rest of this junk out of here, and I just want to show y'all a cool, neat trick. Y'all have a great day. See y'all. Hey everybody. Hi. Thought you got rid of me that easy. Hey, I just discovered something. I was out here just monkeying around because I was really looking for my brake bleeder. Heck, I don't know if I loaned it to somebody that come back or what. But I just got here playing, and there's a scientific... Okay, let me explain something. I spent 12 years in the engineering field before I went into the IT field. So I know a little bit about, physics and a few other fancy words like that. But let me show you something. Here's that tubing I showed you. See that little slit right there? I cut that little slit. I don't know if anybody ever recognized this. A little air gun. I use it sometimes to blow parts off for a powder coating and such. But I want to show you guys something. It's called the Venturi effect. Okay, see that little slot right there? Stick this in there really lightly. It's a sweet spot. You gotta find it. You know, watch real close. The fluid inside there. Now, I'm sorry, but this is gonna make some noise. I don't know what it's gonna sound like on the video, but it's a necessary evil. But watch the fluid in here. I gotta find that sweet spot to where it starts pulling it. But when it does, it ain't no joke. There it goes. Look at that. Right there, so if we can get a little better pull off of it then. Alright, let's try this again. Let's have about done. But nonetheless, you see what's going on. It works like a charm. But again, let me explain what happened here. Here's that tubing. Just plain old fish line tubing, like you use in your aquarium, whatever. Cut a little slit. It's only about halfway through, something like that. Took the tip of this, and I got this at Harbor Freight. The college that I'm the IT support there at, I work right down the road from Harbor Freight. Trust me, it's a very bad thing, because I mean, I may be a computer geek, but I always love my tools. I love to tinker with cars and whatnot, motorcycles. But anyway, I bought this under here. They had it on sale, $3 or $4, something like that. And I got to thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute, the Venturi effect, maybe I can make that work. And it just worked like a charm. So, anyway, I cut that little halfway through like that. Stick the tip in just a very little bit. It's just enough that it seals the plastic here and seals there. And when you pull the trigger, it creates a vacuum on this. It creates a vacuum on this side because the air's pushing through here so fast. It creates a vacuum on the back side of the tube here. So if it's creating a vacuum back here, it's got to go inside the container. If it's going inside the container, it's pulling the fluid out of the reservoir. There you go. No effort. All you need you can need a little bitty tiny compressor. It don't take much. I don't know if you just heard that big beast of mine shut off back there, but anyway, there you go. I just had to show you guys this. Y'all have a great day. Bye. Hey everybody, I thought you got rid of it, didn't you? I just want to show you what I was doing. This tripod, a little bitty tiny thing, but it works good in little small video sessions like this. Now I have to sit on the edge of a car, on the edge of a trailer, whatever, but I had the camera angle. When I was drilling the lid, I had the camera angle at a very steep angle, but the tripod kept falling over. There is a lifter that came out of one, I don't know if it was the 302 or the 305 that I built it recently. I tied that lifter on the back of it, acted as a counterweight, and I could tilt this camera almost, it was almost horizontal. Didn't tilt over anything. Hey, see? All you got to do is think outside the box. Alright, again, y'all have a great day, and see y'all later. Bye.